In the 1970s, Iran experienced a revolution which ended with the collapse of the government and the establishment of an Islamic republic. The country adopted strict and conservative laws enforcing dress codes, taking away women's rights, and shutting down newspapers and magazines that disagreed with the new theocratic government. Music, books, movies, and art were also highly regulated and censored. But today, 36 years later, there are signs that some of that might be changing. In November of 2015, the Museum of Contemporary Art in Tehran showcased previously banned paintings for the first time since 1979. Works from Jackson Pollock, Andy Warhol, Toulouse-Lautrec, and other Western artists were brought up from the basement to hang side by side with Iranian artists. This is a big step forward, but it's not the end of art censorship. The museum still refuses to show work featuring nudity, and they won't display too many American artists at one time. This is the current climate of the Iranian art scene, one that sees some art displayed freely, while others remain literally hidden. And this is exactly what French photographer Jeremy Sucre observed during his recent trips to Tehran.
When it comes to art, Iran falls under a quite strict moral and religious as well as political censorship. As a photographer, I wanted to report and document the way artists manage to work within the confines of censorship. When it comes to theater, for example, on stage, male and female cannot touch each other. And whether it is in the street or on television or in an opera, women have to be covered. They cannot perform without a scarf, for example.
But it was the censorship rules surrounding music that Jeremy found the most odd.
On television, for instance, instruments are completely banned, to the point that when a group performs on television, you don't see the musicians nor the instruments, but what you see are pictures of flowers, nature, and mountains.
And women in music are even more carefully regulated.
They are not allowed to sing solo. They cannot sing on stage solo, and they cannot release albums, for example. Because according to a very old Islamic idea, the voice of a woman works on men's senses.
That being said, the Iranian people are finding ways to express themselves. Jeremy found actors and singers performing illegally and even recording albums to share on the internet. He found artists doing what they thought necessary to express themselves artistically in a country that may not appreciate their desires.
What I witnessed in Iran is a form of creative disobedience, if I may say. Iran is a place where everything is forbidden, but at the same time where everything is possible.
That contradiction puts artists in a delicate situation, because while a lot of this art is legal, there's a difference between legal and encouraged.
Legal does not always mean official. So these same performances that were taking place in the cave or in the underground bath were done in a very discreet way. They try to find a balance between what they can do and what they cannot do. And the objective is to push the limits always a bit further, step by step.
It's an uneasy truce between artists and government, one that's shifting slowly in the favor of Iran's creative communities, who have a lot to say about their country.
And it is important for them to tell to the rest of the world that Iran is not just about religion, about being an Islamic country. If you put things into perspective, and by looking at the whole history of Iran, what you see is a place of great heritage, of great culture, a place of innovation, creation, and no censorship will ever stop that. When an artist puts himself at risk, he does it for a purpose. He feels that it's his duty to leave something behind. In a way, he's living his own heritage to the people of Iran.
For more artistic expression in another part of the world, watch this video to see how one photographer captured these unique images of skeleton warriors in Papua New Guinea. He learned of the tradition of the skeleton, where tribespeople are painted with white clay and black ash. Roberto was moved to capture them in a way he had never done before. As always, thanks for watching and please subscribe.